Hey y'all, good morning. It is 7:30. I'm just waking up. Uh this is Tea with the way of the word at spiritual connections. Um I'm just drinking my coffee. I had the most unusual dream last night and it needs to be talked about. All right. So, the dream, and I don't know who this is going to resonate with. Somebody is hanging around the way wrong crowd. Okay, so what I've seen is there is someone who may have been clean who is hanging around people who are doing meth. All right, this person, whoever you are, you have a bag of meth that is in your, it looks like your stereo in your vehicle, or it could be your ashtray. It's a little compartment that's in the front of that area, and you're going to get pulled over, and this little compartment's going to happen to open in front of a police officer. Whoever you are, you've got a child, or there's a female who has a child, and it is the little boy. Um, and I've seen her driving your vehicle. I've seen you running from the law. You either own a bike. I mean, because I've seen a bike, like a motorcycle. Okay. Um, I've seen a trailer. Um, and I've seen this woman and a child waiting for you, and you pulled up and you got in a truck. I believe it was a truck. I'm pretty sure, but it doesn't matter. It could have been a car. I'm pretty sure it was. It may have been a car. I don't know, but anyway, she got in. You got in the passenger side, and the little boy got in the back. Um, Now, this woman doesn't do drugs or doesn't know that you're doing it or something like that. But anyhow, I've seen the man being followed, being watched by officers. There's one particular undercover that is in like, it's like a burgundy vehicle. It was strange. It doesn't have to be, but that's what my dream showed. It was a burgundy vehicle, and it was two undercovers that was in that vehicle. Uh, they're watching you because the people who you're hanging around has murdered somebody in the past. Okay, and whoever you're hanging around, these people do meth, and it is meth. It could be Molly. I don't know. It just what I seen in the dream was meth. I mean, I'm a recovery addict. I know what it looks like. So, anyhow, I seen you pull up on a motorcycle, get into this vehicle with this woman and a child. And this child had a lot of green on, and green represents the heart chakra. So, first and foremost, you should never have a kid around you. You shouldn't even have a kid if you're doing dope. I'm just going to leave it like that. So I seen y'all leaving and driving down this long road. I seen y'all come to a stop sign, a four-way, back in like a country setting, and could still see the informants following you from a distance. I seen the woman beg you not to stop at a certain gas station. Okay, it was a certain gas station and it's like y'all passed three or four gas stations, and I can remember her saying, "I just want you to get out of the county." So she wanted you out of the county, uh, and y'all drove to this place. Um, Let me explain that. So it was a long, it looked like a long dirt road, um, and it had a little, some curves in it. And then when you got to there, it was like the house. It was like around the curve, the house, or it was like a sort of a busted up looking white house in a way. It could have been a mobile home or something that was to the right, but y'all pulled in like, how you turn and you park. I don't want to say sideways, but y'all were facing a building that was to adjacent to this trailer or house. Um, there was three men. There was a woman with long black hair that was one of the man's girlfriends or wife. There was a man with brownish blondish color. It just, he didn't look clean. Hair, and then there was another man. Okay, so the woman was in the car. Whoever this man is got out. Okay, and walked around and was talking to that guy, whoever's house it was, and he was the one who had killed somebody. Okay, he owns a rifle, and the other two men also had guns. Okay, and they were disposing remains. That's how I know that this person had hurt somebody in the past. Okay, I didn't feel that whoever the man and the woman and the child is, I don't feel that they knew that whoever they're dealing with is somebody like that. But they knew that day. Okay. So this was a hideout. It was a hideout. So he gets back in the car. Okay. And they all drive to another place uh, that was even further inland, like it was just further in the country. Could have been up in the mountains or just further back in the country, and they didn't drive far, so it was close to where they were. And the little boy, they got out, and the little boy and the mother was trying to think of a way to leave and everything. Everybody was like sitting around doing meth and talking about something. I don't know what they were talking about. I couldn't really hear in the dream, but anyway, uh, there was this. Mm. The little boy was so young. Y'all know those, like those cars, those Jeeps or whatever they are that they can play in? You know what I'm talking about? I hope so. Anyway, this little boy and mother was going back and forth uh, on a floor playing, but trying to think of a way to just leave. You know what I'm saying? Well, as they're playing, it wasn't the cops, it was somebody, maybe that, I don't know, it was a few people who came up and started shooting in this place, and the little boy got down and hid like underneath a car. I don't know how they got outside, but anyway, he hid underneath the car, and somebody shot that other man's wife, the one with the black hair, and she passed away. Okay. Um, Now I don't know if this had already happened, and this is a warning for whoever is hanging around somebody who is doing drugs and they are slowly doing them too, or getting back on it, or whatever it is. But this is something that I need to share because somebody is fixing to get popped. Somebody's being watched uh, by undercovers just because of who they're hanging around. And you have a female with a small child who I couldn't, it didn't feel like she knew about it. It didn't feel like she was doing any drugs or nothing like that. It felt like the man was putting her in that position, uh, is what it felt like. Hmm, it is. I didn't get no names. I couldn't hear no names at all. But if this resonates with anybody, the biggest thing is you need to watch who you're hanging around, because it's like the energy in that dream was this was somebody new that this man was hanging around. You could be dating somebody and you don't know that he's doing dope. You could have a small child and you don't know that he's doing these drugs. So go in his vehicle and look right there where the air conditioner, the stereo is. There is a compartment that has dope in that damn compartment. And I suggest you leave that man, not only because he's doing dope, but he's going to put your family in danger because of it. Y'all got to understand, hey man, I'm a recovery. Let me explain something to you. I was on meth for over 10 years. So I get it and I understand. And people do the whacked out shit when they're doing that. Okay? Whoever they were going to see was a not only a big time, he was somebody who hurt somebody. Okay? And I don't know if he was already a convicted felon. I don't know anything. The dream didn't tell me that. I could pull cards on it, but I just woke up. So I'm just going to tell you about the dream of it. If you have a small boy, and it was a boy, it can be a girl, take that, whatever, but this was a small boy or a grandson, and you're hanging around a man who has a motorcycle, who lives in a trailer back somewhere where there's a lot of trees. You need to be mindful of what you put in your kid or grandkid through, because this man's done got hemmed up with some badass people, man. And I feel that you might even love this guy, and that's why you just wanted to take him out of the county because you didn't want him to get caught. But I'm going to tell you, it's going to end up drastic. It's going to be catastrophic, okay? Because at the end of the dream, it felt like the child was left alone. Now, whether y'all got shot or not, I don't know, but the child was left alone, okay? I was also seeing there was a house, I don't know if it was white outside, but it was white inside. And the layout of that, the living room is all I was able to see. There is a chair that is in front of a window with sheer curtains. The wall was white. Okay, there was white and there was hardwood floors in that living room. Okay, this chair was just a regular chair and it wasn't a new chair. It was one of those old chairs right there. Just a regular armrest chair. And this little boy was hiding underneath that too. And then I woke up. Okay, so y'all just need to be really mindful of who you're around. I mean, right now, as I'm talking about it, I'm channeling so much with the visualization, but I'm just not going to speak on it just because I was called to just talk about the dream. Now, I may do a reading later that pulls a lot of that channeling that I'm hearing names, I'm seeing hair colors, I'm seeing people right there, and I don't want to mix that in with what I'm talking about, but I'm just gonna have to do a part two on this. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.